Back to Green Flag TV, where this afternoon we get set to duke it out all over again. This is, of course, the Rockingham Speedway, and Monday night returns to the High Tide Racing League MFRD Premier Series. My name is Ola Rebel alongside Chris Hannigan. We are bringing you all of racing action from start to finish, and what is no doubt going to be an absolute barn burner here this afternoon. My goodness, Chris, what a racetrack this is. It's, of course, 1 mile in length. It's old, it's fast, it's bumpy, it's mean. It's The Rock, and it's always a fan favorite.
Nolan, this place is fantastic. Good evening, race fans. Monday night, once again, that means once again it's time for the High Tide Racing League, and what a great track. A true driver's track on the NASCAR circuit. Bumpy, turns 1 and 2. You know, got a little bit of banking, a little bit of character, not quite constant radius. Turns 3 and 4, a little bit steeper banking, a little bit more throttle input. Depending on, I think, where you actually measure it, it might be a mile, might be less than a mile. Back in my day when I was growing up, it was actually a little longer than a mile. So how long's the track, nobody knows. But it is The Rock, and it has produced great racing for as long as I've been around, for sure.
150 laps around Thunder Alley will be on the docket this afternoon. Michael Thorpe Jr. has taken over the points lead with just 3 points ahead of Sean Williams. However, the top 4 still winless in this 2024 Season 3 campaign. So there's still a lot to be decided in this one. And you know for a fact that for several of these drivers, they are going to be going big or going home, especially after what was an extremely wild race last week. Have we seen the end of the caution strings, or is this only the start of what could be potentially a new spree of them here tonight in North Carolina?
Yeah, I mean, I keep seeing the admins of the league are really clamping down on trying to clean the racing up. There's a lot of good post reviews that go on each week to identify where improvements can be made. The group still has fast repairs in hand. There's one for each driver. It gives them a chance to fix the car if anything goes sideways. But yeah, a few things to note here on the ticker here. I mean, Dustin Kilroe up 9 places. He was in 15th going into race number 3. He's on 6th now going into race number 4. Also, I think on the inverse of that, Corey Sherman was up in I think he was around like 8th, I believe. Now he's down all the way in 22nd. So few drivers moving up and down the list here. Most holding station. Michael Thorpe Jr., as you said, though, now leading the point. 3 races under the way. 4th getting ready to get started.
About 60 seconds remain in qualifying, going over some of the newcomers and some of the big stories entering today. Some new drivers, as always. Anthony Marshall has not put down a qualifying lap so far. He's making his season debut. Brian Zimmerman making his return. A new driver, Terrell Baker, coming in with a bit of a reputation with some of the other drivers here for the High Tide Racing League, so we'll see what he can put down. He currently sits 8th in qualifying. And, well, for Corey Sherman, it's become a bit of a family affair as he's got his wife, Amanda Sherman, hopping into the car. She is currently qualified 19th out of 27 times thus far, and what is supposed to be a 32-car field. So we got a lot of new names coming on in, and every week we seem to add to the roster.
Yeah, it's great to see. You know, I mean, obviously we had the most in the first week. That happens in a lot of leagues. You get a lot of good promotion in the first week, get a ton of drivers coming in. As the season progresses, you get a few dropping off, maybe didn't get the start they wanted, or it wasn't quite what they're looking for. But yeah, 32 cars for The Rock. I mean, it's a healthy number. It's a good size field. It's going to provide solid racing, I'm sure, throughout the pack, no matter where you're at. Lots of different skill levels in play. Plus produces a decent amount of lap track for the leaders to navigate. Definitely makes for a not boring race for both the drivers and us watching from our couch.
We'll get the sets, take a rundown now of how everything is going to line on up for round number 4 of the High Tide Racing League MF Racing Designs Premier Series. 32 cars have tried to qualify, and let's see how they all line up for this 150 lapper here this afternoon. Started on the pole is Brian Zimmerman with a 24.392 for the USA Firearms Machine. Started on pole alongside 785 Racing's Benjamin Lacey, your Season 1 champion. Still right now looking for that first win of the season. Dalton Kilroe, Final Four contender for Season 2, starts in 3rd alongside Alex Anderson, making an absolute phenomenal drive. Took his first win in his first ever start just last week out of New England. Dustin Ping for Ping Precision Racing starts in 5th. Michael Thorpe Jr. is down in 6th. Connor Gibson is in 7th out of Canada, with newcomer Terrell Baker out of New York down in 8th. Scott Shire from Michigan is in 9th, with 5 Kings Motorsports' Tanner Marr rounding out the top 10.
Inside of road number 11 is going to be Tony Hillbrands of Hillbrands Motorsport. Outside, Nick Nickerson. 13th will be Ty Marasco. 14th, Sam Bumgarden. 15th, Kevin Foster. 16th, Brian D. 17th, Corey Sherman. 18th, Michael Keithley. And 19th will be Amanda Sherman, right behind her husband, and Sean Williams rounds out top 20.
California's Jonathan Canfield brings it up at 21st. The MFRD's Derek Paulson back in 22nd. Matthew Chastain out of Florida starts at 23rd alongside David Lakey for Zero Foxtrot Motorsports in 24th. BC Sim Sport, Jason Greenwell starts 25th alongside 5 Points Motorsports' Carter Phillips. John Osborne out of Georgia starts 27th. Nick Osipek out of California starting 18th. Larry Bell for Pit Lizard Performance starts 39th alongside New Jersey's Michael Ashmore. And rounding out the field, it is Bob Bear out of Texas and Anthony Marshall bringing up the rear as the rookie. Right now, Osipek, the lone driver, while we're waiting on to grid.
Yeah, he said tonight, 150 laps on the board for Rockingham. That's a long time around this track. This track is known for eating tires. You get 4 sets of tires to run here. It is a fixed setup league, so everyone's running the exact same setup. Of course, how you drive the car is going to impact how those tires get worn down. We've seen, in the first 3 races this season so far, there's not a lot of, let's be patient when the race starts. Let's kind of find our groove and get into our rhythm. It's no, we're going to go when we want to go. So this track will punish that. So if you break the 150 down by 4, it's about, 42, 43 laps for tires. If you get equal footing all the way around. I don't know the fuel numbers. Not sure we'll get that up along the way for our pit reporters, but should be a great track for racing. Of course, I'm looking to keep an eye on, which groove's going to be run. I'm a fan of running the high groove on a lot of these tracks. I know 3 and 4 are especially good for running the high groove at this track. You get that long run down the front straightaway, get all that momentum off turn 4. Looking forward to see what's going to happen and see somebody, Osipek, just didn't get off pit road here.
Nick Osipek starts his race from pit road. When you look towards the win column this season so far, 3 races, 3 different winners. 1 of them set by a part-timer, the other 2 set by rookies. None of the season regulars so far have been able to put down a notch in the win column. With a track that's all about speed, that could look to change this afternoon. As always, we're happy that you are joining us for some more absolutely beautiful racing action here on Monday night. The iRacing safety car going to make that look down and into pit road as we get set to say, time to get the party started. Green flags out. We are racing at the Rock. Big wheels for Zimmerman off the line. Lacey to the lead early on. And spinning already down to the turn number 1. Kevin Foster up into traffic. He'll collect Jonathan Canfield. And caution flag number 1 before we even get off of turn 2.
Yeah, that didn't even make it into turn 1 right there. That was, I think it was a stack up going into turn 1, if I'm not mistaken there, Nolan. Somebody out of the field just checked up more than expected, but first car to go around was Kevin Foster. A few other cars behind him, I think, were involved. Let's see. Going into turn 1, look at the inside line here. Watch the inside line going into turn 1. By the time Foster gets there, these guys right there, they're on the brakes. Everybody's checking up, and they just keep filing in. So a few folks being cautious, and just by the time it accordion back, and 16 gets plowed in there as well.
Yeah.
Little lazy spin. I mean, that's unfortunate. I mean, I don't know. That's a weird one. Everybody just checking up into turn 1, and unfortunately, Foster's the one that got the worst of that.
Matthew Chastain in the 12 was the one that ended up forcing Canfield into this, and it was the number 8, I believe, or the 19, sorry, down to the inside of Corey Sherman. That ended up sending this field fully around. I'm going to get a look at this one from the air, because I think this is going to be quite telling off of what happened off of this start here. Take a look. You can see this whole field. Watch Brian Zimmerman, the 22 car, head of the field on the inside. Right about there, spins the tires, loops the back end. That starts to stack up this entire inside line, and it just continued all the way back through this pack until the 8 got spun around up into traffic. So that there was a massive chain reaction that nobody behind had enough time to slow up for.
That's exactly what it was. You called it, Nolan. The leader spun his tires. By the time it got back to the back, it was a mess. So. Not the start we're looking for here at the Rock. I'm sure they'll clean it up and give another shot at it, but not a lot of grip out there. It looks like you got to be easy on that throw. You got to squeeze it like there's an egg under your foot. What movie was that from? Was that from a movie, or is that something I just remember someone saying one time on an interview?
I wouldn't be surprised if it was from a movie, in all honesty.
Man, I know I didn't make that up. I heard that somewhere, like there's an egg under your foot. Anyway, maybe it was the one of those books we read a long time ago, The Art of Racing or whatever it was called back in the day. But anyway, here we go. 4 laps in. Pace car lights looks like they're still on, so maybe a couple more times around here.
Spec. 1 lap down, setting the fastest lap of the race. Last time by, 31.61. I don't know why. Just thought I should mention that. It's important news. We're keeping you updated on what's going on the racetrack. But so Spec for now has the fastest lap. That will no doubt be usurped in quick time. 15 seconds faster than pretty much everybody else's fastest lap. So there you go. The more you know. Have had a few cars come down to pit road under this caution period. Kevin Foster, Jonathan Canfield are unsurprising candidates coming down to the lane to get damage repairs. Nick Osipek has come down. Corey Sherman has come down. Again, no surprises there. Anthony Marshall, though, came in as well. He was not involved in this. So did Michael Ashmore and Bob Berry now, just leaving pit road. So it is unusual to see these cars coming down to pit road so early. I mean, lap 1, you didn't even make it out of turn 2, and already you're looking to play the strategy game?
Well, they may have locked their tires up or something going into the corner, because they were at the back of the field during the start of the race already. So they may have, been on the binders and I don't know, but they didn't really lose any spots doing that because they were already back there at the start. So,
well, I mean, you have a limited set of tires. Do you really want to waste one at lap 1 because you'll lock them up a little bit?
Man, can you imagine if in this game they actually gave you a little tire vibration if you had a flat spot? Because then, if you're gonna drive the whole first stint with a vibrating wheel, I heard that was coming at one point. I don't know what ever happened to it, but it's definitely not in there now. But yeah, here we go. Field 2 by 2 by 2 all the way through. Let's do restart number 2.
Benjamin Lacey with the Real Earth Films Mustang down to the bottom side. Anderson with the Toronto Blue Jays Supra up on the top. Ready to do battle once again. The pack works its way into turn numbers 3 and 4. Your season 1 champion, seeing if he can't pull out his first race win and his first win for a full-time series veteran of the season. Green flag's out. We'll try it again. Green flag back in the air. This time it's the outside that doesn't go.
Watch the field, they stack up. Definitely didn't go right there. Through turns 1 and 2, everybody's looks like it'll be a little clean. Nobody going around just yet. Looks good, nice and wide. That's what I love about this track. Look how wide everybody is. Awesome.
Good drives been made so far through turn numbers 3 and 4. No problems thus far as the pack works itself off of turn numbers 3 and 4. Across the start finish line. Benjamin Lacey leads the first lap to green. Single file from much of the field on back behind. Bit of double file deeper in the field. Look at the 77 of Amanda Sherman, trying to look around the outside of the round goes Thorpe. Thorpe spins it on the backstretch, tags the inside wall. No caution, will stay green. Single car spin and off the racing surface. Battles off for the lead as well.
He was running third. He was out there in the top 3. I want to see what happened to him. But yeah, side by side for the race lead. Going to be Lacey defending on the inside against Anderson. Going to go around the high side. High side looks like it's got some speed as Anderson's going to speed that car right up to the lead of the race.
Good move there for Alex Anderson. This is what happened to Michael Thorpe Jr. He was running third. And he clipped that apron just a little bit off of turn 2 and around he went.
Good job keeping it out of the wall. Little tag there for high five, not a big problem there. So that's good. That's good intel to know. You see everybody's really not running right against that yellow line. So good intel. If you touch it, apparently you go around pretty quick. I mean, Thorpe's obviously the championship leader right now in this league. Knows what he's doing. That car snapped quick.
The 25 right now of Terrell Baker already up 5 positions from where he started.
25 tagged the wall there going down the front straightaway. So doing some aerodynamic work on the car there. But yeah, he's running up the third. We got it again. That guy, he got it hard that time. Got to really, that may change the toe on that car a little bit. Let's keep an eye on it, see if the Zimmerman there can get underneath them. Zimmerman, though, under threat. Nickerson's right behind him as well. These 3 all right behind each other.
You got to be real careful with that outside wall as well, because remember, Chris, that outside wall on the backstretch, it's not a 90-degree angle with the racing surface like it is at most other places. It's got a little bit of an angle to it, so it's pretty easy to get up on 2 wheels there. In fact, that's exactly how Carl Long went barrel rolling here back in 2004 in the NASCAR Cup Series.
Wow, there's a throwback. I forgot all about that. You're absolutely right, though. It kind of reminds me of the walls you get on the kind of like on the interstate, or the highway. They do those K-barriers with little slope bottoms, so it absorbs the impact. I don't know. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I've seen a few cars, especially off of turn 2, smack that wall. I think I saw another one. I think that time it was down on the Zimmerman down there after P4 smacked it. So that will, I mean, these cars will get messed up as another one there. Valvoline machine there, I think, got it that time. So you got to be careful. I mean, especially in the front straightaway, because there's no safer barrier there, too. That wall will smack you, and it'll smack you hard.
I've seen quite a few wild wrecks with that outside wall. I think the wildest one was back in the Majors series a few years ago. It was in the ARCA cars here. They had about a 393 lap race, 400 miles, and car went tumbling about a dozen times down the backstretch. Worst part, poor dude was in VR the whole time throughout all of it. How about this? Looking for 3 wide. Lakey just keeping it out from that middle groove with the 19 going around the top side of the 5 of John Osborne, left with nowhere to go.
Corey Sherman right in the middle of that sandwich here. You got Lakey back here defending. He's running the high lane there. Below him, Thorpe Jr. getting the big run. He's going to take the position easily, as behind him, looks like Osipek was trying to get a peek in there. He does have a peek under Lakey. He's going to keep the momentum going. Lakey dropping back a couple spots here, running that high lane. Not working out so well for him. It's now the 5 car of John Osborne going to get by. He lost 3 positions in 1 lap running that second group.
Yeah, this 84 car is struggling bad right now, and you can tell he is not having a good time at this racetrack. This track's not for everyone, and it might not be Lakey's cup of tea this afternoon. Still got this big battle going on for second on up to the lead. How about Terrell Baker already tracking to the back of Anderson? Not Anderson. Yes, Alex Anderson. And nearly running him over. Got to fight for third as well. We're keeping tabs on that as well, just a little ways behind. But right now, this battle for the lead is on.
Yeah, this is a great battle here, brew it up. I saw in the background, I saw Zimmerman do a slide job on Nickerson going into turn 1. That was pretty cool. But side by side for the lead, here he goes. It's going to be Tyrell Baker. He's going to make a move under Alex Anderson, 1 and 2. Anderson should get a big run off the corner in that 67 Blue Jays machine. He's going to carry the momentum down the back straightaway, as Baker's going to tuck in behind and think better of it going into 3 and 4. They're going to hold station for 1 more lap.
Good driving there for Alex Anderson to fend off the attack from down low. He knows how to fend off the lead. He knows how to go for the lead, too. Remember, he took that lead with a 4-wide pass at Chicago and Speedway just last week. So Anderson really looking to make a statement in his rookie season. He is not here to play around and run in the back, and I think he has made that statement loud and clear to the rest of this field. The problem is Baker wanting to do the same.
Yeah, Baker's both these guys running really strong right now. I wonder how they're treating their tires. You want to remember, you want to take care of them. You don't know when that next yellow is going to fall out. They're not really pulling away from the cars behind, so they're setting the pace for the rest of the field. Nice steady stream of single car action behind them. As I think that time Zimmerman tagged the wall going into 3 and 4. It's going to run him up the road a little bit. May give Nickerson a run off the corner. Not going to do it. Oh, I love this onboard shot running down. It's such a great track, Nolan. Such a great track. Look at all the bumps. Nobody really running the bottom. They're going to probably diamond it off. Yep, see how they cut to the bottom off the corner there, giving themselves plenty of room between their car and the wall to straight line that off the corner. 3 and 4, a bit more banking, bit more speed. You kind of tuck it in, get back on the throttle early, especially with good new tires and sticky tires off of turn 4. Do it all again for 150 times tonight.
Terrell Baker looking for the high side. Zimmerman down on the low side. Does he have an answer for the number 25? He's certainly going to try to put the effort to it. Seeing if he can make that look around the high side, or the bottom side of turn numbers 3 and 4. But right now, that 25 Raptor High 8 machine is absolutely pulling for the top shelf as well. And you can tell right now, Zimmerman, I think, is struggling to find a way to get through.
Yeah, well, Baker is too. Baker's trying high lane, low lane to get around Anderson. Look at the over-under that Nickerson's doing on Zimmerman right there. That was textbook. Into 3 and 4, he's going to have the inside lane. If he can get on that throttle, it looks like he's going to get boxed a little bit by Baker here. Not going to be able to pull it off. What a move. Oh, Zimmerman got the wall hard off of 4 right there.
Just clobbered that outside safer barrier in turn 4. Now looking for some 3 wide. That's what Anderson wants to see. He's able to build up a gap of about a few car lengths, and Nickerson just manages to steal away third there. Zimmerman again captures the fence as he enters turn 3, trying to get the best possible line through. And Benjamin Lacey waiting, watching in the wings, seeing what he can do to try to attack for some of these top spots as well.
Looks like Nickerson may have a little bit of, Zimmerman might have a little bit of understeer in that car after smacking the wall. We're seeing, and I'm watching Baker. Baker's trying all these different lines here to make any sort of ground on Anderson. And it looks like, just from my observations, that, 1 and 2 It seems like the bottom's where you want to be in 1 and 2, but 3 and 4, you can run that second lane, maybe even up that third lane if you can get on the power early. That's what we see Paulson doing right here. Paulson's on the power early in the quarter. Look at the speed he's going to carry off. If you can set that up and do it and clear it by the time you're in turn 1, you should be able to have a good overtake here. But turns 1 and 2, the inside lane seems like the place you want to be. But this track is rubber again. It will modify over time. Again, I'm watching Baker kind of figure it out. He's trying to find that room on the track, figure out where he wants to go. As again, look at Paulson again. This time he's going to go around Chastain. Excuse me, he's going to go around Keithley. No, it is Chastain. Excuse me. He's going to pass him, same way he passed Sean Williams, I think it was, behind him. So yeah, he's moving his way on up. High lane seems the way to go.
Look at how much he's already built out as well in terms of a gap. That car is moving right now. I think Sean Williams has realized that Matthew Chastain started to slow these drivers up as well as you see the 89 now taking to the low side. Chastain may have burnt up some of his rubber early on here because that was pretty effortless with the inside line of the 89. But look at the crossover. Chastain back to the inside in the battle for 16th as he fights for it down to the turn number 1. And here comes Scott Shire trying to make the look for 17th around the outside.
Man, this is such a track. You gotta believe your car is gonna have grip off the corner to make these moves stick. You gotta get on the power in the middle of the corner, hold it all the way through, and hope that it doesn't wash up to the outside wall or come around when the track flattens out behind you. Look at this battle here. Wow, this is gonna be Tanner Marr, Brian Dees, some Gardens in this mix. And I mean, battles all over the place for this racetrack right now. But I think you're right, Nolan. I think the tires are starting to squeal a little bit here. They're starting to go off. You're going to see this driving. It's going to be a completely different driving style. Coming off the corner, these cars are going to be a little bit more of a handful going off. Probably something definitely worth keeping an eye. I saw smoke ahead. I kind of caught my breath for a second. I don't know if that was a wreck or somebody saved it there.
Possibly a blink out as well, because remember, sometimes you can. Oh boy,
wow.
Look out!
Wow.
That was a save right there. Brian Dees having to pedal it to the bottom of the racetrack to keep it off the inside wall.
Yeah, Dees there backing out of a 3-wide battle too. I appreciate that. This prevented a wreck from happening right there. Great battle here back around the P12, P11.
Whew. Bit of a nervy
great reactions. Yeah, great reactions. Good job not overcorrecting the car on the banking there and putting it in the wall. As you see now, is this battle for second? I believe so, right? Yeah, there you go. You got Zimmerman in there. You got Baker still running that high lane. Nickerson's going to run that high lane. I think 3 and 4, that high lane is where you want to be. Look at the run. Nickerson's going to get around the outside of Zimmerman, but now watch the inside of 1 and 2. Zimmerman's going to dive it in. Does he have the grip off the corner? Yeah, probably had the burp it just a little bit there to not wash up. Now, because Nickerson's on the outside, he should be able to carry all that speed through 3 and 4 and hopefully clear him coming off the corner. Let's take a look.
Quarter bumper clear for the number 2 Big Red Propane Mustang. He's going to get up into the number 3 spot. Zimmerman, though, still looking to throw it in on the bottom side. Well, we got problems behind. Trouble up in turn number 4. Car around. It's Nick Osapak. Again, Anthony Marshall collected big time as well, and looking like this might just be the 2 cars of them that got involved. Caution number 2, and there's your leaders.
I think there may have been 2 wrecks on the track right there, because we saw a wreck coming out of turn 2 on the live shot before we cut over to turn 3 and 4. So let's take a look at this and see. This is going into turn number 4. Looking at Nick Osapek, who was charging his way through the field. He's going to dive it into turn 3 and just pushed up into the 30 car there of Carter Phillips. Just going to come down and then collect Anthony Marshall. See Anthony's hood go flying around there. I think so. Yeah, that was racing deal going in the corner there. Unfortunately, just washed up. There was a car outside, but I thought there was another wreck in 1 and 2. I'm trying to go back and find it on my cam. By the way, pits are open and everybody's coming in. So there you go. We are what, 40? How many laps are we now? 33. A little early. Oh, what a hit!
It's about as harsh of an angle as you can hit. And if we were some real NASCAR commentators, the first thing we would say, thank God for safer barriers.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely right. I'm going to go back so I can find the incident in turn 1 and 2, so maybe I'm not going crazy there. But
right now, we do have pit stops, as you mentioned, underway. Alex Anderson leading the trip down to the lane. Quite literally, everybody is in, and everybody is still on the lead lap as well. Fuel only for some. Sam Baumgarten took fuel only. Brian Zimmerman taking fuel only. Very split calls here on this one. Alex Anderson taking tires. Baker took tires. Nickerson, Lacey, Kilroe, Gibson, Marasco, Ping, Dees, all taking tires. Right now, 5th and 1st, along with 15th, are the drivers within the top 20 that have not taken rubber under this pit stop. They have gone for fuel only for this first pit stop of the night.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about lap 42, 43 is going to be your equal point for tires. We're not there yet. We're still 10 laps early here. So save them for the end. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm not mad at the strategy. I didn't see anything in turn 2. No, I went back and looked. I must have thought we were in turn 2. Maybe we were in turn 4. That's the accident we saw. So,
yeah, it looks like it was. That would have been the one, turn 4, where we saw that mess pop out. Let's ride on board here with Nick Osipek and what he saw throughout all of this.
And let's dive it into turn 3 here. Looking up the inside of the 30 car there, and he's just going to dive it in. I mean, he didn't really wash up that high. There just wasn't room to do it, though. I mean, that's just a racing deal. It sucks for everyone involved. I mean, can't fault really Osipek there. He just dove into the corner. I mean, you can't expect the car. It's not. It's kind of a weird iRacing thing. Sometimes we're a hook like that. Sometimes you kind of just nudge off the guy and you keep on going. But this is a straight meat hook. And Carter Phillips is minding his own business. He's like, all right, I'll keep going here. Sorry about that. You know.
We're looking at it one more time. This one will be from Anthony Marshall, currently down in 27th.
I think we're going green, Nolan. Going green. Pace car's in.
Field takes off. We're off and away. Oh boy, 3 wide, 2 rows deep. Quick caution on that one as we scramble through turn number 1. Cars trying to get up to speed. Do we survive? Oh, one to the wall! And I think we might just have it. Lacey pedaling it.
No, they're still trying. They might make it through. I think a few guys got, some with tires, some without. And oh my, what a battle. This is going to be a mess going into turn 1. Some guys have a ton of grip. Some guys don't have any grip. Car around turn 1 is going to be Thorpe Jr., your championship leader, is around in turn 1. He's going to get collected by the 81 car. And that's it. That's where they're going to stop. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Connor Gibson. That's not, I apologize. That is Connor Gibson around. And yeah, he got tagged by 1 or 2 cars while he went around there. Just a little too fast. The car just looped around in turn 1. Odd. Oh, he was on the inside 3, so maybe he did get a little bit of help here.
Well, let's see.
It's 3 wide. Is that door going to shut? Sure does.
I don't know if it did. It looked again like he just pushed up a little bit, just with that bit of understeer push from the inside. I'm not saying that was Gibson's fault. That's just, it's like what happened with the last one. I mean, he just went up and there just wasn't any room for him. Because there was room for the car physically, but not at speed, if that makes any kind of sense.
Yeah. I mean, when we said earlier, these guys are not running right on the yellow line, right? So they're running about a few feet off of that. This was the restart. We didn't see it live, but this is what I was looking at out the window over here. I saw the cars stacking up, and then when they go into the corner, the guys with fresh tires have way more grip than the cars without. And it causes them to about run over each other coming off turn 4 as well. Look at all this stack up off turn 4. Watch this.
Oh, boy. Lacey having a time of it in the middle of the field.
I mean, hats off to folks for not wrecking off of turn 2 right there. But then, diving 3 wide, that's I get it, but it's hard. And then,
Yeah. Oh, Ping just had nowhere to go for defending champion.
Great job for everybody else getting through that, though. I mean, honestly, everybody else checked up really good in the turn 1 right there. Didn't run each other over.
Watch what I mean here. See, he's on the bottom, and he drifts. It's not much, right? It's only about half a foot, but that's all it takes.
Got a bump right. He turned in. The car just hit a bump and kind of just washed up half a car length there. And
total racing incident. Total racing incident.
But now your race leader, Tyrell Baker, up there, checking in with race lead tonight. He's one of the cars that looks like he did take tires, if I'm doing my math right, Nolan. Does that match your description there as well?
Well, we could check the pit stop times. He is one of the ones that did take tires on that one. Right now, you see on the pit stop timer, Zimmerman, Baumgarten didn't take tires. Marr didn't take tires. Everyone else within the top 15 did. We scroll a bit further down into the field to look at the bottom 15. And you can see some interesting stories here, right? Larry Bell didn't take tires. Corey, well, one of the Shermans at least, didn't take tires. Everyone else seeming to take some. So some split call, but for the most part, looking like 4 tires in the field was the unequivocal way to go with that one.
I mean, it was for what's on track now, but I mean, again, when we get to the end of the race, who's going to have the tires to run to the end? It was earlier than I think you wanted to. So, I mean, yeah, you're still super early in this race. If you don't pit, well, here's the risk, right? If we go to a long green flag run right now, the guys that didn't pit are in trouble, right? Because they're going to have to pit for tires under green, where the guys that did pit can go a lot longer. But if we do have another, let's say 20 lap run, or even a 15 lap run, and the yellow comes out, then the guys that didn't pit can pit and get fresh tires, and then the ones that did probably shouldn't. You know, so again, it's kind of all over the place. If it were me, I probably wouldn't have pitted that first yellow, and I'd be out now probably cussing at myself for not doing it, but this is what you do.
The lights are out, we're stacked up, we're doubled up. Third caution in 41 laps, still gonna have 109 to go when we take the green flag. These two came back to back. We had about a 30-lap stint between cautions 1 and 2 after we had one on just the first lap of this race as we were getting down into turn 1. Jonathan Canfield making his way back out onto the racetrack. He will just barely be able to get back out before this field will catch up to him. So far, at least for now, all drivers still on the lead lap. iRacing safety car is in, green flag's out. Barn the Flyman drops the hammer. We're back underway.
It's like a clean restart through the field there. No real wheel spinach. Everybody was really gentle getting back on power there. Now they're starting to fan out through 1 and 2. The guys with tires, again, pulling away easily. Used tires, not so much. A little bit of a wiggle there down the back straightaway. For the was on the 14 or the 41 machine of Dalton Kilroe was getting a little bit of the wiggles down the back straightaway. He's cleaned it all up there through 3 and 4. Big gaggle of cars behind him here. 3 wide going into turn number 1. Again, we've seen this end in tears once already, and it's going to end in tears again. 34.
Hang
on.
on.
Going to save that car.
Not yet. He's still pedaling.
Wow. That car was out of control for 2 corners there. Not his fault. They get 3 wide into the corner, but he gathered it up. What skill from Michael Thorpe Jr. right there.
At this point, it's the status quo. I mean, he does that almost every single week. He did that a lot last year as well. Absolutely caught some cars that should have been absolutely junked. And again, Thorpe able to put down a very, very solid save with that one. Let's try to get a look on board with Thorpe here and what he saw throughout all of this. You see the 3 wide up front, and this time it was Shire from the middle line that got a little bit checked up in this.
He dove it in too, but watch this. 1 save, 2 saves. Keep going, keep going.
Red
1
save,
more,
blue
3
save.
I don't think he's done. Is that it? 3, yeah. So he was dancing with his feet and dancing with his hands right there. Attaboy.
Baker with the race lead. Set the fast lap of the race last time by at 24.
Trouble, turn 3. Jason Greenwell around in the 83 machine. He's going to gather it up. No caution. Is he going to save those tires? Those tires are warm. Be careful. And he does. Wow, what a save.
Boy, every time we try to cut away and talk about something else, the back of the field just drags you right back into its mess. And we'll try to get another look on what happened to Greenwell this time with that wild moment. First making sure we're not going to have any more 3 wide shenanigans coming on down to the turn 1 here. Thorpe is closing. He's not going to commit to it this time around, though. This one happened to Greenwell. We got help from the 89 of Sean Williams.
Sean Williams definitely gave him the bumper right there going in. Wow. Boy, a great save. But see, here's the thing. When that happens, those tires get so warm. You saw the result. They got to cool down, or it's the cars just, they're like ice when they do that.
Right now, in this little battle pack for 12th on back, you got Thorpe, you got Hillbrand, you got Zimmerman, Shire, and Marr. All of them ready to do battle. All of them in the same place on the racetrack. Lakey and Moore are still waiting in the wings. So there's a lot yet to be decided. Green flag pit stops have not been a factor so far this afternoon. We're turning lap 49. Only a third of the way in, and already about as much action as you can handle at a track like Rockingham.
Yeah, you're watching some of the guys who didn't take tires, like Zimmerman and Bumgarden and these guys. They're all dropping down through the field, falling to the folks that did get fresh tires at that pit stop. Now, the folks that did not pit, I would expect them to come in soon. If they want to come in for tires, I mean, that pit window is open. You're past that cutover point. You can do it. Of course, oh, there's a little contact there. 53 car of Sam Bumgarner. We were just talking about him. What a save. He got a little help there as well. I didn't see who turned him, but that was another great save there on track from a different driver this time. Watch this. Let's see. Was it who's behind him? Hilbrand. Oh, yep. Little bump. Caught again. Great save. Not panicking. It's like, you got this under control, no problem.
They make great use of that transition as well to help them out.
True, absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, so are they going to pit? I mean, can you run it till the tank is empty? I don't know. I mean, they're gonna lose a lot of space here on track just because of the tire conditions. But I want to see how far they're going to run these tires down.
We've crossed over the 1/3 mark. 99 laps to go from round number 4 of the HTRL MFRD Premier Series at Rockingham. What a season this has been to kick things off. 3 for so far. Thrilling races back to back to back to back, but just for those 50 laps alone, I'll be willing to loop Rockingham into that mess as well. It's been a wild one. Now, I'm curious on how many different winners we're going to get. There's a lot of new drivers in this series, and a lot of them are running up at the front. The old SRL Cup Series had a lot of new drivers. They had the same. They had, I think, about 9 different races over half of their regular series season before they finally got a repeat winner. Do you think HTRL can try to match that?
Man, I don't know. So 3 races, 3 different winners so far. I mean, right now, 4 races in. You got, obviously Baker's up there, haven't won a race yet. Nickerson's up there, and I think Nickerson, didn't he? I'm trying to look back. He did not get a win this season so far. So top 2 don't have a win. Anderson did though, right? Anderson won. Was it last week?
He won last week. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. So yeah, I'm watching. I'm ready to see it.
Right now, Anderson trying to hang on to a podium. He's got, oh boy! Time Orasco battling it out.
Yeah, no kidding. That's the car. That's where you got to trust the grip's going to be there. And there wasn't any more grip in that 67 machine than what we just saw right there. He was on the edge all the way through. That's such a good corner. I mean, just especially if you come off the bottom of the track, you kind of fling it out toward the wall. It wants to come around on you so bad. And as a driver, you really have to anticipate that's going to happen and almost like unwind the wheel early, or else you're not going to catch it in time. You're just not going to do it. And that's exactly what we saw. Was it Nick Anderson do right there? Great job. Whoa.
Once again, I have to ask, when we got a bunch of hidden gems like this, why, oh why, does Texas still have 2 dates?
Oh man, what is the condition of the rock these days? I swore I saw in some YouTube video that it was
they're building it back up. I think they're planning on hosting racing there pretty soon. I mean, they've already hosted some races, I'm pretty sure.
I'd love to get this. I mean, haven't they tried to bring it back once already though? Didn't they get it fixed up and they ran some truck races here or something? It's just not. It's just in the middle of. I mean, Rockingham, to be fair, is not like a metropolitan area. It's in the middle of nowhere. News?
The Xfinity, the trucks. Hang
on to it. Hang on to it.
Having a moment, but the Xfinity, the Truck Series, returning to the Rock, April 2025 on the 18th. Oh, the 19th, and around goes the 35, hard into the wall. Cautions out
right
for
under
the 4th
Barney.
time.
Right under Barney. No.
That's an ouchie.
Yeah, that's a big hit right there. Okay, 2 things. Number 1, awesome. The Rock is going to have real racing back. I got to get tickets. I want to go. Second thing, here we go. Off turn 4, Keith Lee on the inside here.
Pushed up.
He's going to wash up off the corner into Chastain. Chastain can know where to go. Great job for the 6 and the 34 to get by. Hard lick there for the Shrek machine.
It's not often that Barney the Flag Man gets to see that type of action up close and personal.
I mean, he was right on. He could have dropped the flag down. Oh,
It's
man.
right where the safety barrier ends, too, on that one.
So, strategy-wise, everybody that didn't get tires, now's a good chance to do it. And you know what that's going to do? That's going to give them the old overtake power of, oh, great job from our producer. Look at this. He's trying his best. He'll get there. There he is. I know you're trying your best. Yep. What a great shot. What a great shot. Barney's right there.
Yeah, more meant for a scenic camera, that one, not for tracking wrecks, but we got there in the end.
Barney wasn't even phased. Look at him. Wasn't even phased.
He's got a job to do.
So pits are open. Folks that did not take tires before, definitely in the pits now to take tires. And they're going to be the ones to watch on this restart. So now it's falling into their hands. The staying out first time, not taking tires. But listen, nobody else pitted. It's just, we got about 10 cars on pit road, 11 cars on pit road. Everyone else not even taking fuel at this point.
Yeah, 21st on back right now. We're all into pit road.
So that's going to give Zimmerman some fresh tires finally. Amanda Sherman's going to get fresh tires. Bumgarner going to get fresh tires. Are we going to try it again?
There we go. Now we got it. Now we got it.
Look at this. Right there, under the camera.
Perfect
A+.
placement on that one.
A+. Barney not even phased. Love it.
It's a hard-working man right there.
He is. I mean, anybody that can throw the flag that hard, and not get back trouble. I mean, I don't. Tell me your secrets, please.
It's bad form. I'll tell you that much. I've noticed that on some of the newer scans, he's been working on his form waving, but that's actually a big point of waving flags when I was a marshal. They always told me, don't do it with your arm, do it with your wrist. You know, slow figure 8 motions. Flag's big enough, it'll be visible. But yeah, you put your whole arm into it like that, and you're bound to give yourself some back problems.
Man, I bet. I haven't even thought about that. So when I was like 16, I was actually a corner worker at a go-kart track, and I did the yellow flag for the corner. And I thought I was the coolest guy ever. I'd check in, I'd get the flag every weekend, I'd show up, and I thought it was awesome.
I mean, hey, you get to watch racing from the best seat in the house for free, and you get to be involved. I mean, who cares if it's a volunteer job at that point?
They paid me $20 too, if I remember right. It wasn't much.
Go.
It was an honest work. Oh, now your camera's all messed up. There you go.
Well, the IC safety car going to pull down into pit road. They will enter the restart zone. Green flags out. We're ready to rumble once again at the Rock.
What a start there from Baker. Got massive wheel spin, but kept his foot in it and just drove it. I love that. 2x2 behind him for second and third. Coming off the corner, can we keep it 2-1? Are we going to think about 3? Watch further back, a little argy-bargy back there. I saw that. 3 wide in turn 3. Oh, wow. Wow. Nice save there.
They tried for it.
I know. I thought they were going to. I held my breath like it was coming around, but it didn't happen. So, yeah, made it through a lap. Kyle Baker pulling out a good, decent-sized lead here. Or a few car lengths. Still everybody's cycling around behind. Going to keep an eye on the likes of Kevin Foster back there, Zimmerman, Bumgarner. These are the guys that have fresh tires. You're looking at one of them now. Kevin Foster in the 18. Carter Phillips here in the 30 is not. You see your straight ahead Zimmerman's going to leapfrog him on those fresh tires. Those things are like a rocket ship right now. It's like having a completely different spec car out there. So much more speed. Just watch how they make such easy work here of that Country Time Lemonade looking machine. Car out the corner.
And that's Alex Anderson, last week's winner around.
Oh, whoa.
What? And wow, Carter Phillips just coming in out of nowhere. He might have just kept off the bat, but what was that all about?
I think he just got, maybe everybody was checking up and he kind of got lunged down there. But yeah, Anderson was running up in the top 5, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, this is going off turn, maybe not top 5, top 10.
He caught the wall. And,
yeah, got it hard too.
Lacey finished the job, it looked like.
Watch Lacey with the save. Lacey had a massive save right there.
Anderson did a pretty darn good job as well.
Anderson did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did, keeping off the wall. Now, what happened? So did the 50 get a bump behind?
The 30.
Let's see. Or 30, I'm sorry.
Don't think we'll be able to tell here with this one, because he's going to, caught him a little bit.
He had all 4 wheels locked up on that thing.
Yeah.
A lot of fakes going into pit road. Everybody's trying to figure out if they're going to pit or not. Wow, honestly, both these guys, what a save. He never even spun that car around. Wow.
It's not bad at all. And then it looked like he had some help there, didn't it?
He had to have had some help. I'm sure he wasn't going down just to say attaboy, nice save. You know, I'm sure he got knocked down there. This is riding on board with let's see. We're picking on Carter so bad right now. He's chilling. I'm slowing down. I'm not going to wreck. I'm slowing down.
Oh, he locked up the rears. He locked the rears entering.
That's when you start sweating like, no. Poor guy.
Oh, caution number.
Nope.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, yeah, only 4 guys jumped in pit road. Anderson's in, Corey Sherman's in, Canfield's in, and I think Osapek was in there as well. So a few guys coming in. Ashmore's in, Bob Berry's in. Everybody did the old fake. The leaders thought about going down. I mean, you're getting, again, it's kind of too early to do that second stop, but yeah, go ahead, Nolan. Sorry, I'm just rambling at this point. I don't have any points. I'm all out.
Well, pit calls are still an ever-present factor, but for now, the top half of the field continue to stay out, and just like that, the lights are out aboard the IRC safety car. These are some quick cautions we're getting here this afternoon. You have to wonder if maybe race control is shortening them up a little bit. Because first, I promise you, the first yellow flag we had at this track, or at this race tonight, it was not this short.
Yeah, again, only a handful of cars went to pit road, so it's not like you got to worry about a lot of that stuff.
I'm not opposed to that, honestly. I mean, it gets us back to racing, gets more green flag laps in.
Absolutely. What is this, caution number 5, I think, right?
Yeah, 5. There's a count.
Oh, it says it up there in the top left. I should actually look on the screen.
In bright yellow letters, too. Well,
you're saying I don't have to remember everything. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is much easier now. I can look at the screen. Jeez. 4 weeks to figure it out, but yeah, green flag. Let's go.
IRC safety car once again making the look into pit road. Baker choosing the outside for the restart. Nickerson down low into the restart zone. Green flag's out. Let's hop back to it.
Looking through the field, looking pretty clean. I think everybody's figured the restart's out here. Got to be gentle with that throttle. Into turn 1, looks like Baker's going to have a commanding lead off the corner. He's going to be followed by Nickerson, Marasco side by side back here with Kilroe. They're going to go side by side in the turn 3. Kilroe's going to drop in behind, single file through the top 5. Michael Thorpe Jr., after his shenanigans earlier this race, back up to 5th place. So you got a good, come back through the field run here.
I feel like that's typical Thorpe fashion, right? I mean, he ends up having some kind of a mistake. He'll drop back in. All of a sudden, he'll just be at the front, and you will have no idea how he got back there. Battle for the lead. Here comes the 2.
What happened to Baker right there? Baker, he was leading the race. Did he? Okay, he's about to lose 2 spots. He's trying to get this run coming off turn 4. He's got that outside lane. Remember, that's where you want to be, but he's not getting the run down the straightaway, so that's going to get Ty Marasco. And that Dairy Queen machine, oh, Baker got the wall again. He's running that car hard. Reminds me of Kimi Räikkönen back at Charlotte, back in the trucks way back in the day. Just bouncing off everything.
Ty Marasco takes over the number 2 spot. Dalton Kilroe battling it out with Michael Thorpe Jr. Both of these drivers were championship contenders last season. Thorpe just barely made it into the final 4. Unfortunately, was not able to go for that championship. 3 wide as Baker gets up into the wall, but he'll pull clear and clears them both from the high shelf.
Ooh, that was going to be tight coming off the corner. That's why I was getting hold my breath. Ah, man, Thorpe's running that middle lane, and it's the second time he's almost run out of room there. You got to be careful with that. We've seen a couple cars get turned by not running on the bottom when they're on the inside lane. I can't fault him for it. He's entitled to run where he's going to run, but you got to anticipate the other car's going to know you're there. And it's been super close for Thorpe coming off. Big wiggle for Thorpe. He's going to lose a position there on the outside as Benjamin Lacey's going to get run off the corner and have the preferred line through 3 and 4.
Thorpe still holding firm with that GWRS number 34 Camaro. Little bit of a bumper there from Tony Hilbrands as they work down the front stretch. Back into turn numbers 1 and 2. Tony Hilbrand's up on top. Connie Gibson just a little ways behind. Derek Paulson, David Lakey, and here is Sam Baumgarten as well on some of that fresh rubber that you were alluding to, clawing his way back to the field. He's already fighting for a top 10.
Yeah, him and the car behind, the 23 car of Tanner Marr back there, both of them running through. Ooh, trouble back straight away.
Wow,
Right when he came back.
Talk about great timing on that one. We got problems in turn 3 big time.
Oh, big hit there. Kevin Foster just got door drilled. I mean, while he was stopped on the track. Wow, that was the biggest hit I think I've seen all season. Holy moly.
We had some big ones last week in Chicago, and we'll take a look. But yeah, talk about great timing right as we come back. Caution flag number 6 past the halfway point.
Look at this stack up. Sorry, Nolan. Look at this stack up coming off the corner. I don't know what triggered, but everybody here starts stacking up. And unfortunately for the 22 of Zimmerman, he's going to go down, collect Foster. And now watch this. Foster's going to go up. He's basically stopped. And then, bam.
Oh, boy.
The 43 Larry Bell just drilled him. But everybody on pit road, unfortunately, Zimmerman and Foster, these are guys that both had fresh tires. So unfortunately, they killed that strategy for them. But for the likes of, let's say, who was the other one? It was, oh my goodness, I can't even find him on the because everybody's jumping around pit roads. It's impossible to find anything. Oh, it's Bumgarner. That was the driver that didn't have that had fresh tires. Well, I think everybody now though. I mean, we're what 82 laps in, right about halfway. Good time to put on the fresh set of rubber. Look at this stack up down the back straightaway. Everybody, that's just. I think somebody got loose coming off of 4. Ooh. And somebody got loose coming off of 4, and it just, I mean, everybody checked up, but somebody just ran out of.
And I want to point out that where this replay picks up from, that's about the time that we managed to get reconnected to the session as well. So could not have scripted more perfect timing for this. That is a hard leg. Let's run aboard Larry Bell.
Yeah, I mean, Larry did nothing wrong here. I mean, the car was running down the track. So he's, let's see, look, yeah, right here, he's on the binders. He's on the binders, trying to slow it down, and I mean, boom.
Boy.
There's nothing. I mean, what else can you do there? All right, side by side, another quickie yellow. But let's restack it. So now, halfway through this race, Dustin Ping, oh my gosh. Dustin Ping, Brian Dees, Chastain, Marasco, Kilroe, your top 5. Everybody has fresh tires except Brian Dees. Brian Dees in P2 there on the outside of the front row is the only guy who did not take tires this last pit stop. He is going to get run over here. I hope he's watch the mirror.
iRacing pace car getting set to pull into pit road. As the field works off of turn numbers 3 and 4 into the restart zone. Green flags out. We're hopping right back to it. Oh, one already going around. Keith Lee into the infield grass. No caution. We'll keep it green.
Shrek's looking for the swamp down there. Wasn't able to find it. Coming off turn 2. 3 wide, maybe. Oh, hang on to it, boys. Everybody's antsy on this restart. Remember, was it D's up there? Does not have. Oh, wow. Huge crash in turn 3.
Monstrous hit for Tony Hilbrand. 5, 6, 7. Still spinning up in turn 4. That is the big one at the Rockingham Speedway. And as quickly as we go green, we'll shut him down.
Somebody was up in the air there, rolling over everybody. Reminds me of you remember Ricky Craven's accident at Talladega way back in the day, where he went flying over everybody.
96.
That reminded me. That was the year they put the catch fence in. Only good trivia facts for you there. But in the turn 3, what happened here?
It's gonna happen ahead of this, like right there. Baumgartner hooks Hilbrand hard into the wall, and he gets kicked up into the air on top of the 19, on top of Paulson. Almost went over. And that just creates a huge pile up.
Everybody got a lick in that. Maybe the only car that didn't see hit anything, maybe the 77 and the 5 made it through without hitting anything. Everyone else hit something. Yeah, there's the hook. And then you get that, you just bounce off the wall. Wow.
And everyone got a piece of that.
The track's blocked. Nowhere to go.
Take another look. Right there.
There's not, and so here's what we've learned tonight. There's not any room to lean on each other. You can't lean because, and I know they're not doing it on purpose. I'm not saying they're doing anything wrong. It's just the game is hooking people instead of pushing on it, and that's a game thing, and it does that on certain tracks. And let's see, watch the 5 car. Oh, we're gonna jump over. Okay, watch the 5 car right here.
This was the few cars in the back that ended up getting involved. So you saw they were they wrecked back here as well, trying to just slow down for the mess.
Yeah, it's hard to stop these cars. It really is. Yeah, watch the 5 car right here. Watch John Osborne. I was kind of watching. He makes this a great. Watch this. Oh, he did get a little door ding right there.
Yeah, just barely.
He's gonna work his way through the rest of it. But yeah, what a. That was a big hit there for Hilbrand.
Scott Shire, they may have gotten through that as well.
And then turn 3, he's going to be on the binders here. On the binders, where do you go? You go low? Yeah, go low. Oh, car's down there. You got to go high now. Oh, car's up there. It's coming up. Go low.
Good job.
Great job. Great job.
We'll try to get a look on board with Tony Hilbrand. He's running 14th. Had to take the fast repair for this one.
Oh, he's already crapping. That car's already damaged. Look at him. He's going to go in and, yeah, just, Yep. At least he got pointed the right way when he was done.
From the wall in turn 3.
Oh, we got a wall cam? Wow. Oh, it's a moving wall cam.
Sort of.
What a great shot, though.
What a wild wreck, though. I mean, that is a hit and a half.
I mean, honestly, everybody did a great job slowing down. I know you can't slow down all the way because you're not hitting the wall. You know, nothing's going to give you better brakes than that wall does. But it's everybody. I mean, they did a good job not piling in there. They really did. So, race control update: Kevin Foster has pushed the car behind the wall. He is now out of the race. He will finish 32nd tonight.
Has not been the season for Tony Hilbrand, and I think he's a driver that I kind of got a feel for in that one. I mean, he has put so much work into this series. He was close to a championship bid in Season 1. He made it to the Final 4 in Season 2. This time he DNF'd at Daytona. He has gotten 2 top 10 finishes, but so far has not made it into the top 5. And right now he is sitting down in 12th in the point standings. Not where he wanted to be early on in this season. He's really had to start from the back foot. This is not going to help matters. Green flag's up already. They're banging doors before they keep doing getting to the start-finish line, let alone in turn one. Pink pulls clear. Kilrow second. The rest of the field in hot pursuit behind.
Nice launch there from Ping. He's going to clear everybody coming off turn 2. Single file behind him. Actually, Baker looking up the inside in turn 3. Going to try to make the move off of turn 4. He's going to get power down. Clear Kilrow off the corner. So it's going to be Ping, Baker, Kilrow, top 3, lap number 90.
Amanda Sherman dropping back a lot of spots here off of the restart. Something has happened to Sherman in this one. It's coming down to the turn number 3. Whoa, hang on. Wild
Nice
save. Great job to get
Yellow,
that car to
big
control.
accident, turn 3 and 4. Another big one. And this
boy.
one, again, very similar situation to what we had in the last one there. By the way, great job from Sherman for saving that car. But this one, obviously, nobody's able to save in this one. So we'll get a replay on this one to see what happened. This is going down the back straightaway, looking at Jason Greenwell in the 83. He's going to be tucked inside under Corey Sherman.
This may have happened up the road.
Oh, it's ahead.
Yeah,
There's already
in
smoke ahead.
progress.
Smoke ahead.
Whoa! The 35 of Keithley.
And look, the way that car is rotating, it's got to be another hook. The way that car was rotating off the wall, we've seen that before. Let's take a look. This is going to be looking at Keithley.
Yeah.
Oh,
caught by
no, it's down the
Nickerson.
back straightaway. What happened there? Nickerson came up. So Keithley goes down and tags the Lizard Machine. That's going to be, who's that? That's the 43.
It's Bell, yeah.
And then he's going to go up and just slam the
Boy.
outside wall. And
Yeesh.
they try to go under him, but didn't quite clear. Wow.
And Brian D's got kicked up into the air as well. And the
Yeah.
19. There were a few cars that
There's a
More
lot of big
airborne.
hits there. A lot of big hits there. A lot of big hits there. That'll cause some serious damage. So what happened to Nickerson?
it
He
looked
just
like he was almost losing the whole straightaway. Just never got it settled.
was he trying to gather that off of turn 2 the whole time and just got up and tagged him? I doubt he. I mean, I don't think he tried to think he was clear. It looked like he was just trying to gather that race car.
Maybe trying to look for someone to take a run and just never found it.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, so there you go. That'd be the consequence. Wow, a lot of good race cars here getting tore up.
Yeah. That might be a good one. Taking a look at that turn 3 entry camera. They might have a perfect view of this wreck. Let's jump back. There you see him.
Oh,
Yikes. Can you tell I've been enjoying figuring out how to properly move these wall cams around?
man, you've been doing it fantastic. This is great. I love it.
That was great placement for that one as well. Caught him right as he hit the wall for the first time. Tony Hilbrands made it through that mess. And that has put him right back to the top 10. It's right behind it. Oh boy.
He probably got the 4X for his troubles, but still.
There was someone else in there that had a bit of a close shave. Hold on now. Who was that other car that almost got into that mess there? Is that the nope, it was the 23. Definitely got involved in that.
Man, I'll tell you what, I think it's the, is it Bob, who's driving the Country Time Machine? Is it Bob Berry? Whoever that was, they did a great job getting through that one as well.
Might be right. You are right, Bob Berry.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool onboard for that wreck, but I'm sure we'll catch that up later. Field now, 2x2 again. This time we're getting a restart on lap 95. That means 55 to go. Probably at least one more pit stop guaranteed here. Up front, you got Tyro Baker back up front, and Dustin Ping, Kilrow, Thorpe Jr. up there, Anderson back in the mix. Same old names, just different order this time. Reshuffled, re-racked, ready to go.
Starting to really rack up the cautions, though. We went the first third of this race With only about 3, we've had 5 in the last 50 laps, averaging about 10 laps apiece. We'll see if we go any longer this time. Green flag up in the air with 56 laps to go.
Nice side by side for the lead in the turn 1. Ping's going to pull slightly ahead, but looks like Baker's going to have a big run off of turn 2. He is going to have a big run off. He's going to have the lead off of turn 2 and into turn 3. And he's bringing Michael Thorpe Jr. with him into turn 3. 2 new leaders side by side for third. Anderson and Ping off turn 4. It's going to be Anderson on the outside to take that spot. Ping down 3 spots in the first lap.
Some good battles that we got throughout the midfield here in this one. There you see Benjamin Lacey, Dustin Ping continuing to slice and dice some of these top spots. Deeper in the field. Oh, look out! Canfield going around. The 23 bar going around. Mars spins on the backstretch. Caution is out. And somehow nobody hits him.
Yeah, that could have been a big wreck right there too, but it wasn't. Very impressive for everyone to avoid that. You know, Ping, the only driver there on that last pit stop, actually not to pit on the last pit stop. So he's got older tires. That's why he's dropping back so fast. Coming off turn 2 here, looking at Tanner Marr. Tanner Marr is gonna, car ahead gets in the wall. Tanner's gonna check up, car inside, car outside, car around. And wow, look at Zimmerman right there in the 22. Does a great job missing him.
Okay.
And back. No, didn't hit nothing. Everything's good. Hey, go put some fresh rubber on that machine. Off you go.
Ryan Zimmerman on board with him. Sees the wreck unfolding.
Oy. Nice save there. Nice save.
Well, caution flag is out now for the 9th time, and all of this will push us past the mark with just 1/3 of this race to go. We're back in a moment on Green Flag TV. Caution number 9 will be about 50 laps when we return.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Barney the Fly Event's been getting a lot of work in over the last 50 laps or so, and so has his co-worker, Benny the pace car driver. You see him leading the field right now with the rest of the battle pack still just behind and ready to do battle as we'll get set to go green flag racing with exactly 50 laps on the mark when we take to the green flag this next time by.
What'd you say his name was?
Benny the pace car driver. That's at least what I heard it was.
Did you just make that up, or is that a real thing?
As far as I know, it's a real thing.
Oh man, all right. Well, now I never knew that. He looks like
His
he's ready
lesser known twin.
he's ready for business, man. I love that. That's great. I want to give me as much grip as this pace car's got. Watch him make the left turn into pit road here. I want this much grip.
Not a single turn of the wheel. Green flag's out. We're back to racing. 50 to go from the Rock. Great jump there from Baker on the high side.
Baker got a huge launch that time. Thorpe Jr. did a good job not spinning the wheels. 67. Anderson's going to tuck in P3 behind. Top 3 cars flying off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Single file for the top 10. Side by side back to P11 and further back. Everybody being a little more cautious this time, trying to get to the end of this race on whatever tires you got, whatever fuel you got. You got to bring it home, and now's the time to get toward the end here. So.
Look at Michael Thorpe Jr. trying to pressure Terrell Baker for the race lead. And here is last week's winner, Alex Anderson. Anderson already collected a one big mess tonight, and now trying to see if he can survive the rest of this race and pick up his second win of his HTRL career. His first back-to-back win to boot. Thorpe, seeing what he can do. Baker doing a great job, though, running up with that high side with that number 25 car.
Yeah, 2 great drivers here, obviously.
Boy.
Oh, look at the save. Thorpe coming off the corner.
Oh, trouble. Back straightaway. Look out. Gibson into the wall. Sliding. Greenwell's into the inside wall.
No
Everybody
yellow.
scrambles.
I saw a hood go flying. Looked like a Valvoline hood. But it's back on the race car magically. Love that. And we continue on. Wow. Meanwhile, up front, still Thorpe hunting his prey down here, trying to get Baker. Which way do you go? High side, low side? You just run. I mean, you got 45 laps to go here. You got plenty of time to get this move done. Going off turn 2. Let's see.
Right there.
I did see that hood go flying. Okay.
You weren't wrong.
Well, all right. Well, everybody continues on. No problem. Everybody, great job avoiding that. And we continue racing. A lot of mixed strategies here. A few guys with tires, a few guys without tires. Everybody in the top 6 right now. Top 6 cars all have fresh tires on that race car. Below that, starting with Hildebrand's, kind of a mix of tires and no tires. Such a great track. Such a great. I mean, look at this racing. All lanes. You can't really build a setup that works on all 4 corners, so it is compromising on both sides.
I was about to say, you can't get a perfect setup. You can only get the least annoying compromise.
Yeah, exactly. It's impossible to get a setup that works in all 4 corners here. So typically you set it up. Oh, little bump there. 53 car got a shot in the back there. You try to set up.
Look out!
I'll finish that thought later.
Justin goes around, still saving it. He'll keep it under control. Good job there. No yellow. We'll keep it green.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That car was wrecked, and he gathered it up. And that car didn't have a hood, and he gathered it up. What's going on out there? What's happening?
Just got a little help on the back end with that one.
Ooh. Man, I feel like I'm watching like a WWE match right now. There's so much drop kicks and like, you know, clotheslines and things going on and off the ropes and it's just one thing after another. Yet they continue fighting. You know, it's like it's not even real. It's just happening. But wow. Okay, so look at now, John Osborne trying to get a move under Lakey. There's Zimmerman though on the outside. Zimmerman's got fresher tires than both of these guys, so he should be able to drive right through in that 22 machine. But he's got nowhere to go right now. He's got a windscreen full of Lakey and a driver door full of Osborne. Can't really make that move happen right now. Just got to be patient. When you got fresh tires, that's a hard thing to be patient.
You see him pedaling that car still for the drive to Trussville, Alabama. Zimmerman still fighting it out on the low side, and Osborne. You see him just sticking the nose in every time, and everything happens so quickly here. He keeps getting the run, but it's just never enough to push the back of Lakey. And look right in his mirror. That's a pretty heavy hitter as well. That's Nick Nickerson trying to fight his way back through the order.
Yeah, Nickerson spent a lot of time on pit road last time he was down. I think repairing some damage on that machine. Oh, I think Zimmerman got the wall there in turn 3. trying to run behind. That's going to let Nickerson jump up in front. What a slide job. It's going to bring Zimmerman back down on the inside. Not even bothered by it, as now he's going to get stuck behind Osborne here. Both these guys have fresher tires, can't make anything happen. The two guys ahead are side by side with old tires.
The 84, the 5, the 2, the 22, all of them ready to see who will come out on top of this one. Lots of absolutely incredible racing action taking place at the Rock. And still, I think just now Lakey finally gets clear, and it looks like Osborne's time in this battle might be at an end. Look at the 2 trying to send it to the end for Big Red Propane.
Yeah, you got that fresh rubber. You got to make use of it here. Oh, there goes Zimmerman. Going to dive it up the inside of both of them. Got the big run off the corner. Can he slide that machine up in front of Lakey? No, it's not going to happen. So you got to get the run off the corner. Not as much. You don't really get a big run off of turn 2 unless you're running, unless you can run all the way to the wall, I should say. And you can't do that when there's a car on the outside. 3 and 4, though, you can make a little bit more of it happen down the front straightaway, but you got to slide job him into 1. Can Zimmerman throw it into the corner? He's going to try. Can he slide up in front of him here? No, not quite. But can he clear him off the corner? He's going to think about it. He almost did. Not quite enough room there. He's going to clear him down the straightaway. I think Lakey backed off there.
Lakey just backing now from that line. Nick Nickerson now running up there as well, trying to see if he can't do something to hang on. That 2 car trying to fight back as, to a top 10. After he started this race back in 12, spent a lot of the early portion of this race fighting near the head of this field. This right now, one of the biggest battle quads on the racetrack. You still got the fight here for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. That is picked up as well. A second behind them, the side-by-side fight for 6th and 7th. And then even at the back of the field, got 21st on back that are still in some battles of their own. But right now, this group, the one to watch. This, I think, the most likely place where we might get caution flag number 10.
Yeah, I mean, I'm keeping an eye on the battle for P3, too. These two, Anderson and Lacey, keep cycling around back and forth as well. But you're right, a couple battles, you know, until these guys settle down, you're going to run high lane, low lane, continue running until somebody can clear somebody else. And you see Osborne here trying to clear Lakey. It's not going to happen, as now Lakey's going to be under threat from Paulson up the inside. As there's a little touch, Lakey's going to drift it for the fans. Hang on to it all the way through the corner. I think Osborne may have checked up a little bit early there. Caught Lakey. Yeah, that's going to drop him back. And another car in the wall off the turn number 2 or 1. What happened there?
Carter Phillips with a bit of a weird moment coming on down into the opening corners of the racetrack. Take a quick look back and show you what happened to the 5 Points Motorsports number 30 Chevy Camaro on the outside of Larry Bell.
He's going to go into turn 1 here. Did he just miss the corner? He does.
Yeah.
He just missed the corner. Gets in the wall. Almost gets door slap there from the 98 of Ashmore there, but they all live on. Look at the battle for 3rd right now. Thorpe Jr. under. You've seen 3 wide in the turn 1 not work out, but they're going to think better of it now. Thorpe continuing to run that middle groove into the corner. I don't want to see him get hooked, and that's what I'm nervous when you got a car on the outside like that. If they don't give you enough room, we've seen the car on the inside.
Oh, look out! Pedaling 3 and 4. Does he hang on? Just barely.
Unreal.
And how about Marasco shooting through the middle there as well to get around him?
I mean, I don't know how he saved that car. Again, Thorpe Jr. again showing his skills. 1, 2, 3. 3 different times he should have wrecked that race car. And that's not the, I mean, he, 3 times earlier he should have, I mean, he's up to what? 10 times tonight he should have wrecked and he hasn't? I mean, what's that tell you about the guy behind the wheel? He knows what he's doing. Obviously, he's going to lose a few spots out of that, but, I mean, unbelievable save.
And our first, well, that's unfortunate. Nick Dickerson having to pull into pit road. Not sure what happened, but something happened indeed, and that will put him out of this race. How about Lacey? Lacey's caught Baker, your season 1 champion, going for a driver, making his seasonal debut.
Nice, clean, lots of room off the corner. Lacey's going to clear him into 3. Is Baker going to push it on the high side? No. Both these guys have the same age tires. They are both old at this point. That's the best way I can describe it. Everybody running old rubber right now. I do expect at least one more pit stop here. Do you stretch it out till the yellow comes out, or do you make it under green? We'll find out with 27 laps to go. But everybody's kind of in the same ballpark. The first driver really on any sort of new tires is going to be Brian Zimmerman down there in 7th position. He's got about 10 laps newer tires than these guys. Not a huge event. Car at the wall. Lakey, turn 3. 84 machines around, sitting in the middle of the racetrack. I think he started that wreck on the back straightaway, just stopped in turn 3. But there's the yellow. So now I would expect everybody to come in, put on a fresh set of tires, fuel toward the end, and let's run this thing green to the end of the race.
Off the corner.
Bob Berry in front.
He had help.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he had help for sure.
That's a hard one. Do you think he tried to pinch in the 19, or was the 19 entitled to that line?
I mean, the 19's up against the wall right there. I don't know where else he could have gone.
It's a tough one. Tough one to call, for sure.
It's hard to blame the guy that's up against the wall already. I hate to say that to Lakey, but obviously you're trying to be as tight as you can, race hard as you can. But yeah, everybody on pit road here. Everybody on pit road. I would expect 4 tires, 25 laps to go. Those 4 tires will get you to the end and some. How much fuel do you put in the car? How many green, white checkers you got to go for tonight? That may determine where you restart. Let's see our race off of pit road here.
Larry Bell stayed out, I want to point out.
He did.
That's a very bold call.
Not sure what he's trying to do there, but yeah. I wonder if he just didn't get the message. Let's see. It's going to be the 7th car off pit road. That's Lacey, Anderson, Baker. So, yep, top 3 pretty close to what they were going in. It's going to be Benjamin Lacey, though, inheriting the lead. Everybody gets 4 tires. It's going to be a clean race here to the end. Nice equal race.
Careful now. Take a look at speed.
That's not. Yeah. Okay, we'll let that go. So this is going to be. Yeah. I mean, yeah. A little sloppy there. I don't know who to blame on that, but yeah, that's that'll happen. Gotta give a little bit of room out there. Look at this. Look at this pro camera work. Oh. I tell you who'd have a good view, who's over that car right behind them right there. I didn't catch the number on it when they went by, but it may have been. Let's see. Yeah, he's got a big no.
He did kind of stuff it in there a little bit, though. I mean, he wasn't really.
Hey, there was room, though. I mean, there was a lane there. He stuck it in.
Oh, oof. Boy. That's a hard hit to the wall as well.
That did a lot of damage right there.
It's Tanner Marr.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lane there. And then there wasn't a lane there. So, I don't know. That's tough, man. It's a little aggressive.
Oh, my gosh.
Both sides, to be fair.
Baumgarten just barely managing to duck around this mess. For the TSP Motorsports number 33 Mustang. Take a look. He's going to arrive on scene late.
He's just minding his own business, running down the back. Oh, smoke ahead. Slow down. Oh, boy. Wow. He kind of committed to the middle of the track right there, and then he had to make a decision. Luckily, picked the right side.
Well, we'll be restarting with 22 on the docket. We've hit double digits. The last time we were at this track was for Season 2 in Gen 4 machinery. It went caution-free, if you can believe it.
What does that mean? What is that? I've never heard of such a thing.
I mean,
not here.
to be fair, there was, like 15 less cars. And you can't race a side-by-side as well, the Gen 4s. But that race was exciting for its own right. We had a lot of the strategy, not so much of the side-by-side, but an exciting race still. Benjamin Lacey did win that race by a whopping 12.2 seconds and only 6 out of the 17. Finished on the lead lap. 14 finished the race overall. Seeing if today he can go back-to-back at the Rock.
Oh, big wheel spin.
Oh, boy.
big wheel spin there from Larry Bell, and them old tires didn't quite get the grip he wanted. Now he's going to be the cork in the bottle here. All these guys with fresh rubber behind, going to go on both sides. They're going to split them down the back straightaway. Hold your breath on this one, folks. Four wide.
They're trying for 4.
Car rather than leaders around.
Oh, hard into the wall. Benjamin Lacey. More getting collected. Shire's involved. 5, 8, 9, 10. The big one, part 3, and that's just collected everyone.
Your race leaders got together off turn 4. They took each other out off turn 4. I saw it was Lacey in the wall. He took out. Oh, man, we gotta go back and see it. They just. Oh, Lacey. Lacey got a big wiggle, and that unfortunately caught out. Wow, caught out the 25 of Baker. And
loose.
And I mean, everybody got in this. Everybody got in this.
Look at Thorpe screaming to the inside. Does he keep it off of everyone? Not quite. No. He'll get into Hillbrands. That would have been, I think, the avoidance of the century if he had managed to get through that somehow. But, well, was not.
That's going to shake. That's going to shake everything up right there. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Lacey just lost grip, and that just it checked up Baker, and then and then that all starts. I'm pretty sure Thorpe had to get the wall on the outside. No, I think he stopped it actually.
Oh man, Shire took a hit into the outside wall.
I think he kind of got pushed up in there. Wow, so that's going to restack everybody now with less than 20 to go. I wonder. Oh, flag cam. Wow.
Once again, Barney's ready for it.
Man, I feel bad for. I mean, Lacey lost it, gathered it up, and was driving away, and then he got hit by Baker, who was out of control.
They kept wrecking all the way down.
Lacey thought he saved it. Yeah, everybody was piling in. Unreal. Just pick a random car and go on board. Let's see this. These guys are racing hard back here behind them already. Now they're coming up to the wreck. Everybody's going to try to dive low, and then the wreck comes down low.
There's like 5 different wrecks that all happen there at once, and all of them can be attributed to one another.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look, there's nobody made it through.
All things considered, Thorpe did not do a half bad job of getting through that with as little damage as possible. He's running in 6th now, I want to point out. So he didn't do a horrible job.
Oh, he caught the apron. You see that? He caught the apron, which slowed him up. And he's just...
Just at the worst point, he caught Hillbrands.
I wonder how much damage he got in that. Yeah. Wow. Here you go. Well, we'll try it again. Lights are off. Lights off this car?
I don't think so. They got cars left down now. You got cars in the road still.
Yep, you're right.
This is with Corey Sherman.
Whoa. Brakes. He gets on them. Where do you go? Where do you...
the outside.
No way. No way.
What a legend.
Great job. Unreal.
I think that may have just killed Lacey's chances on going for repeat winner at Rockingham. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, man. He had the car saved, too.
There's nowhere to go. Here, like Lakey and Dees, they all just piled in from the rear.
Random hood flying across the track. All right, we're side by side now. We're about to go green on. Unreal. Tragic accident for Lacey and Baker. Both these guys having great runs. Now, they're not done. I mean, we still got 20 laps to go or 18 laps to go. They can't get back up there. So you got Kilroe, Marasco, Hillbrands, Zimmerman, Anderson, your top 5. Anybody can win this race. This has been a wild one here near the end.
Once again, the iRacing safety car pulling into pit road. 17 to go at the end of caution number 11. Green flag is out. We hop to it. A big break in the field this time. The top 6 or so getting away well, and everybody else just never went behind him. It's almost like it started in the 2nd gear.
Yeah, and one of them was 77. Amanda Sherman just couldn't get going there. Was getting pushed down the front straightaway. Thankfully, nobody had an incident there. Everybody trying to get settled back in. This is kind of the pack here that got stuck behind Sherman as she was trying to get her grip underway. But yeah, down in turn 1, everything's clean. Made it a lap this time as we've worked 16 to go. This is going to go fast here, Nolan.
Oh boy, many cars sliding out, one into the inside wall. That is the 12.
Lakey around turn 4. Is he going to save the car? He does save the car on the apron. That was another car we've seen go all the way around 90 degrees. Was able to save it back. Might have got a little bit of help there going into turn 3.
Terrell Baker, fastest lap of the race, last time by. As much as I want to show what happened to Lakey, I got a feeling we're not too far away from another one. So we'll keep it all up here, and we'll try to get a look on that later on down the line. Meanwhile, Hilbrand, Marasco, Anderson, Thorpe under a blanket for second.
Yeah, Thorpe looking really racy here. Thorpe trying to run his way up to the front, trying to get past Anderson here for P4 so he can continue his march on. Anderson trying to get around Hilbrands for P3. Hilbrands trying to get around Marasco for P2. Nobody wants to stay put. Everybody trying to make moves happen here. Meanwhile, Dalton Kilroe pulling out now about 10 car lengths down the front straightaway as we see Baker get loose off of turn 4, almost go around. He saves the car, continues to go on. No yellow. Yellow, turn 1, caution's out.
You
car
had
on the
to
wall.
say it. You had to say
did.
something. You had to say
car.
something. Not even 5 seconds after you say no yellow, immediately the next word is yellow, turn 1.
Yeah, Amanda Sherman involved in that one. I think she had a little bit of help going into turn 1. She was up, I think, around P7 on that last restart, having a really good run going.
You know, I was about to ask you, do you really think we're going to go green to the end from here? But that answered the question for me.
Oh, I don't know what happened in the chat, but the race control has just killed driver chat in the entire session. So somebody must have been, we'll probably hear a story about that later. This is going into turn 1, looking at the 16 behind the 77, and yeah.
Just send her.
Yeah. Yeah.
See Carter Phillips getting pushed into that. There's Baumgarten getting a piece, and everything else happened off of the left side. What in the world? Jonathan Canfield just never stopped.
Canfield going hard.
Oh, he got hit by Shire. That tells a very different story there.
That was a better camera angle. Shire is the one that pinged. I can't say that because there's a ping in the race, but yeah, I mean, that was a shot right there. I mean, enough to send the car ahead of him. That's pretty wild. But what happened here? You're looking at the Shire going in the turn. Wow, that's a weird. Oh,
89 barely caught a piece of that.
And unfortunately, Shire's the one that just drives off into the sunset there. Everyone else gets involved. Wow.
With the 10.
Just running down turn 1.
Late.
I mean, either he was late or they were both early. I don't know, but somebody got their timing wrong there.
Well, here's a usually good turn of phrase. If everyone around you is slowing down and you're the only one that's not, you're probably late.
Yeah, yeah. What did DW say or something back in the day? Another one of these mid-2000s NASCAR races. You got to be responsible for the front of your car. So that's wow. It's unfortunate for both Sherman and I'm looking for the other one. I'm sorry. The both drivers there. I mean, they both got collected in that. It was terrible. But 10 to go. I don't think we're done. I think we may get at least one more yellow here, Nolan. This is these guys are getting pretty racy.
So 9 laps, the distance when we get set to go back to green flag racing. We got ourselves coming on in with quite the caution handful, and Ben, I still don't think we're done. I'm going to be honest, I think it is more than likely that we are going to be possibly pushing this one into overtime even. Lights will go out aboard the iRacing pace car. 8-lap sprint will be on the mark.
Sorry, no, I just realized I've been talking to a mute for like the last 5 minutes. I apologize.
Oh,
So I'm back. Been here the whole time, I promise. But yeah, so you know, this is the nature of oval racing. I mean, especially this is a hard track. You got everybody running toward the end of the race, and you got yellow flags. I mean, this is a tough track to drive. So we'll probably get a few more 9 laps to go. I'm sure we'll see some aggressive drivers. You got some folks here in the back though. I mean, you got Baker back up here. He's back in the top 10. He's going to be really aggressive, I'm sure. Zimmerman up there, Thorpe Jr. up there. All these guys want to make a run toward the front. They've all got the same amount of tires on their cars as far as freshness goes. Still really anybody's race is who's going to survive and get there.
Pace car pulls off. Dalton Kilroe takes us back to green. Marasco doesn't go. Anderson already clear for second by the time they get down to turn 1. 8 laps the distance. And right now, a 2-horse race up in front. Thorpe battling with Marasco for the number 3 spot.
Look at these guys battling hard. Car in the wall. Turn 2.
Oh, boy.
Zimmerman.
That's not going to work.
He goes around. Yep, he checked up too much.
What did I tell you?
Oh, they all survived, and the yellow came out.
They, the race control was not waiting around that time to slow everybody up.
No, that's unfortunate because everybody saved the car that time, but still, we'll try it again. Yeah, I mean, again, turn 2, it's the back straightaway seems to be such a hard spot to get right. Coming off the corner, everybody gets super loose. Going into the corner, everybody gets super tight. It looks like, and it's just, it hasn't been. I mean, that back straightaway camera you got's gonna be earning its money tonight.
Yeah, I got to tell you, they did all save it, but I still would have thrown it. I think that was still a good call because I mean, with what's going on up here, if they don't wreck. If they don't wreck here, they're going to wreck down the line. You can tell. Like, they were going to go around regardless of what happened there. So that just put a stop to it before it escalated to something bigger is all that did.
Yeah, I think the car I saw get involved there was Baker.
Yeah, it's like a hard hit.
Oh, that's a lot of damage, that car. Hitting a wall like that, that's a lot of damage on that race car. Getting the hood snaps back in. Love it. But here you go. Here you go. And then, ooh.
Ouch.
That's a big hit.
He still saw them stacking up as well, and at that point, the yellow flag was already out. So it's one of those matters, right, of, what do you do? It's not a lot you can do, but try to hold on for the ride. We're right on board here with Baker. Ay, ay.
I don't know where he could have gone right there. I mean, he was just running his race, and
Where can you go?
I mean, it's bad luck. He's just gonna leave it in the wall and protest around the track. This was a restart. They all got away relatively cleanly. I think Zimmerman just got the wall off the corner right here, right? He gets the wall off turn 4. Right there.
That's all it takes.
And that checks him up, and he gets that little big wiggle. He got the old banking wiggle in the back straightaway, and that's probably checked him up even more.
Job on Dees to save that as well, by the way. He got a pretty good bit sideways as well in the midst of all of that. So that could have been a lot worse than it ended up being.
It really could have. It really could have. So, all right, 5 to go. I don't think we're going to get straight to a green-white checker here officially, but effectively it will be. May just get an extra lap out of the deal when it's all said and done. So, man. It's still anybody's race, Nolan. Who's your pick? I mean, who do you got? And with at least probably 1 or 2 restarts to go here, who's your pick?
No comment. No comment. There's way too much in that race that can still go wrong. As we see with 2 cautions ago when Lacey and Baker got together.
Yeah, I guess picking somebody's probably putting bad luck, bad juju on them, right? We don't want to do that. I was going to call out a few names, but I don't think I'm going to anymore. I don't want to be blamed for any of this. I see the I don't want the chat's wrath tonight. Not any more than it usually is.
3 laps to green, white, checkered finish extended
I mean, how about a few of these guys though? Anthony Marshall up there in P6. He started back. Boy, he was back what 30. Did he start dead last? I think he actually started dead last tonight. He's up there at P5, which is awesome. You got Ty Marasco's up there. He started P10. A few of these guys having a good run, really good run for Marshall here. Working his way up toward the front, having a good run to show for it. Can he bring that car home? We'll see.
iRacing pace car gets set to make the turn back down to the pit road. Once again, we're ready to duke it out. 3 laps to go in this one. Green flags out. We're back to racing. Kilrow launches well from the high side.
Kilrow gets a good launch in the turn number 1 there. He's going to have side-by-side behind him between Anderson and Marasco. Anderson on the inside is going to clear Marasco coming off the corner. Thorpe Jr. is going to take a look up the inside of Marasco down the back straightaway. He's trying to get into P3. He's going to think better of it through 3 and 4. Your Anderson's going to look on the high side for the race lead. Nothing going yet. 2 to go this time by.
Anderson is absolutely charging. He is trying to see, does he have something for Dalton Kilrow up the road? 2 laps to go. Do we make it to the white flag under green flag conditions? Trying to set something up for turn number 3 this time by. Anderson looking for the high side, gonna try to get the diamond off of turn number 4 and a run down the straightaway. He gets loose and Kilrow drives away off of turn number 4. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go from the rock.
Direct turn 4. Car around turn 4.
No caution. No caution.
Yellow.
Anderson trying to see if he's got something for Kilrow. He has to have an answer for him. Up in turn 3, Kilrow driving away down to the turn numbers 3 and 4. This time by Kilrow takes his first win of the season. Anderson clobbers the wall, and they're crashing again, big time. Turn 4 off of the towards the start finish line on the last lap.
Man, Anderson gave that everything he had off of turn number 4 right there. Car broke traction in all 4 corners. He gathered it up, but it wasn't enough. Dalton Kilrow checking in so far, getting his first win of the season. He's got 2 other top 5s to his name so far. Now it's 3 top 5s in 4 races. What a good run for Dalton. He moved up from 15th to 6th in the championship coming into this race. This win, no doubt, will bring him further up in that championship battle. What a great start to the season so far for the 41 machine.
He burns it down the front straightaway. A very happy camper there that he has managed to survive the demo derby from Rockingham Speedway. Really showing this field why this is not a track to be trifled or tested with. We'll try to get a look on everything that happened coming down into the final stage of this one. What a wild, wild ride. And this all kind of kicked off around with Michael Ashmore. Oh, he got caught, Larry Bell, hard into the wall. And able to get themselves sorted, and they wrecked again, hard into the inside wall for Ashmore. Back into traffic, collected Jonathan Canfield. And then further down the field, you saw David Lakey getting into the wall pretty big as well. This is into turn numbers 3 and 4. Todd Carter Phillips just drove through him up into the outside wall. Bob Berry, took the chance. Greenwell trying to make some extra spots, so did Osipek. There was just nowhere for any of them to make that time up. But, boy, that got wild this afternoon. And, well, with all of that, I think we can finally take ourselves a step back to run you through your official post-race results this afternoon. What a wild ride it was from the Rock. Dalton Kilrow takes his first win of the season, becoming the 4th different winner of Season 3. Anderson, so close to back-to-back. He'll pound the outside wall, though, and cost himself a chance off of turn number 4 on the last lap. Marasco gets up to 3rd. Thorpe was 4th. Then from there, it is Hilbrands, Marshall, Dees, Shire, Lacey, and Zimmerman for the top 10.
11th place is going to be Dustin Ping, Sean Williams 12th, John Osborne 13th, Sam Bloomgarden 13th, Bob Barrett 15th, Carter Phillips 16th, David Lakey in 17th, Nick Osipek 18th, Larry Bell 19th, Matthew Chastain round out your top 20.
Down throughout the rest of the field, it'll be Michael Ashmore finishing this race 1 lap down, along with Corey Sherman, Amanda Sherman, Jonathan Canfield, Connor Gibson was 3 down, Tyrrell Baker was 6 down. Greenwell was 13 down. Paulson 20. From there, Tanner Marr, Nick Nickerson, Michael Keithley, and Kevin Foster all marked as DNFs this afternoon. So that is that then. Another race down and another one to go. And, well, I mean, this was a race, right? And I think it's a race that a lot of drivers are going to be looking to potentially move on from into the races coming on up into the future here. But you have to keep in mind as well, it's not an easy schedule by any stretch of the means. I mean, you look to the next racetrack, they'll have some bit of reprieve, but it's a road course race at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And then immediately when you can return, the Brickyard. So there's some challenges coming on up. Martinsville closes out October. I know a few drivers that might be absent for that one.
Hey, yeah, you might as well go ahead and get all the hard ones out of the way, right? You go ahead and see who's going to hang around. I look forward to the road course race. Obviously, I want to be I want to be a part of it, but unfortunately, I can't be up here with you. But it's all good. I'll be loving it. We do. That's such a great track. Indy's another great one. You know, Martinsville is Martinsville for all the reasons. So let's see if we can't talk to some of these guys tonight. We could find our race winner. First win of the season for Dalton Kilroe.
Dalton Kilroe able to come home as the 4th different race winner of season number 3. And, well, Dalton, it was a wild one and no doubt a trying one for much of this field this afternoon. But you're able to outlast the horde and you fend off Alex Anderson for your first win of season 3. Overall, the season's been a rocky one to start for you, but does it feel good to finally get on the top step of the podium?
Yeah, you know, definitely does feel good to keep the get the 0 off the scorecard early in the season, so I don't got to worry about it. I want to say it's good to still win, but after how tonight just kind of went for just the overall league in general, I mean, I'm a little embarrassed for everybody for how many cautions we had. I mean, I know there was some stuff that was, I mean, it wasn't like terrible from stuff that I've heard, but at the same time, it's like, man, we really shouldn't be having that many cautions. But you know, we'll look at it for next week. I think we're going to a road course next week, so I don't think cautions are even going to be a thing. Which actually, yeah, confirm we're going to the roll next week, so cautions ain't even going to be a thing unless we pile it up into turn 1 like they did a couple years ago in the Cup Series. So we'll figure some stuff out and hopefully put on a better product for everybody watching at home and not have as many people wrecking out early.
All things considered, it was still a decent race this afternoon with all of the hard-fought side-by-side action that we had, but you mentioned the road course races coming on up. There's not too many of them this season. I know season 1 you had a healthy handful of them, but this time around, I think there's only 2 throughout the whole season. So how do you reckon the road course races could shake things up next week?
Well, I think you'll see who the few road course ringers are around here. I mean, I know the 2's going to be quick. Ben's going to be quick. We've had quite a few newer guys come in here, so I don't know how some of them are going to be on the road course. We'll have to see. It's the Roval, so hopefully we can get spread out and at least single filed out to where, you know, guys can set up passes and not have to worry about somebody diving 3 wide or forcing issues, getting loose, crap like that. You know, we'll see. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good. Hopefully there's not too many incidents.
Overall, for the Big Time Championship, you went to the Final 4 last season. Do you intend on doing the same this time around as well?
I'd like to give it a shot, but we'll see how the season goes. I mean, definitely now that I at least have a win under my belt going into the playoffs, I'll have a couple more points to fall back on in case something doesn't go my way. But in the playoffs, we got some good tracks for me. I mean, I love Auto Club. We're going to Old Atlanta, which I won there last year, so, you know, gonna be fun to see if I can't repeat there. Got New Hampshire, that's another one of my favorite tracks, and then Phoenix is in Talladega in that same round, and the round of 8 is. Those are both going to be some pretty big wild cards, so we'll have to see what happens. Hopefully I can lock myself into a Final 4 by taking a good result at Atlanta, but again, we'll have to see how the season goes. Hopefully I don't even need to do that.
Wish you the best of luck then when we go racing next week. For now, congratulations on win number 1 of the championship.
Thank you, sir.
Dalton Kilroy comes home with a race winner at the end of the night, and that will leave us Alex Anderson. Picks up his second podium in as many weeks. It was a first place last week. This week, it is number 2. He is standing by with Chris Hannigan.
Alex, another great run for you tonight. You started up front, you ran up front most of the race tonight, got the pit strategy right. That last restart, though, you found yourself kind of out of position. You couldn't really get the jump on the race leader, but you did a great job holding off Ty Marasco to settle in and grab that P2, even though you almost wrecked the car coming out of turn 4 on the final lap. But walk us through that final restart and bringing it home.
Yeah, that I don't know. I was just pushing really hard, slammed the wall out of 4, and I was just hoping I would keep second. But congrats to Dalton. It was really really fun race. I don't know. I was just really trying to push it for those last 3 laps. I figured I would maybe get him around the outside, but he was really working that middle bottom to perfection. So had nothing for him, but I will absolutely take second after that race.
Yeah, it's 2 great finishes and 2 starts here so far. Obviously, you won last week at Chicagoland. You had a strong showing here at Rockingham as well. Of course, next week we're going to the Roval at Charlotte. How's your road course racing skills?
Honestly, the Roval's one of my better road courses. I'm not gonna lie about that one. I don't know about winning though. I know there's definitely several good road course races in this league, even if I haven't seen them drive on a road course in a while. So I don't know. I'll just try and get away with maybe a top 10, maybe a top 5. We'll see what happens. But the Roval's one of my better ones, so hoping to do pretty good there as well.
Yeah, we'll definitely be keeping an eye on it and keep an eye on you. Again, 2 finishes or 2 races, 2 top 5 so far. Great start to the season for you. Anybody you want to thank tonight?
My parents first and foremost. They always seem to get the biggest thanks. Probably Dalton and everybody at High Tide for putting on the show, and you guys for broadcasting it out to the public. And real quick, I don't care if it's after the stream ends or it's on the stream. I need you guys to take a look at what happened to me in that lap 129 wreck when it was the big one entering turn 1. That's all I'm gonna say. I need you to see what happened to me because I'm too proud of it for it to not get shown. But other than that, that's all I got.
All right, we'll go back and take a look and see what it is. Appreciate you, man. Great run tonight. And we'll pass it over to Nolan, who's standing by with 3rd place finisher Ty Marasco.
Thanks, guys. Have a great night.
Alex Anderson takes home win number, second podium of the season, and that brings us down to Ty Marasco. Ty, the first time we're getting to talk to you all season long, and finally getting some good points on the boards with a great podium finish here after a wild one this afternoon. Overall, strategy game, a very split game this afternoon. No doubt the Yellows were not making it easy to plan things out. What did the game look like for you this afternoon?
I mean, we had a fast MFRD Ford Mustang. We started a little bit in the middle of the pack. Before the first, after the first green flag run, caution flew. We were about 10th. Kind of stayed up there the whole race. Just kind of raced the race as is. Didn't try anything off the wall and kept our car mostly out of trouble. So I think that helped a lot. A lot of guys got in wrecks or got loose, and some guys took strategy where it put them in the back eventually, and they never made their way back up front. So I think the goal tonight for me was definitely just try to stay up front, try to stay out of the wrecks, and just keep the car clean as much as possible, which we did have some damage, but nothing too detrimental.
Overall, the race this afternoon, it was a caution-filled one. That's been a bit of a theme so far this season, but the good news is next week we're running out to a road course race. We've seen you historically have some pretty good performances at some of the road courses throughout the High Tide Racing League. Is the Roval one that might be right up your wheelhouse?
Yeah, most definitely. I think the Roval out of I used to say, like, out of the 3 NASCAR road courses, now it's more than that, but out of the original 3, when they started adding them, the Roval is definitely my favorite, and definitely the one I think I had the most pace at. So I'm especially in this car, I definitely have had pace there before, so I'm looking forward to it. Get back out there on the Roval and see what we can do. The cautions, I think they'll mellow out. I know after next week is not really a test because there isn't any really, but I think it'll mellow out once we get going. I do enjoy the larger car counts, and sometimes that comes with a detriment and a bunch of new guys learning how to drive around each other. So I think as we get closer in the middle of the season, hopefully, and I see it, hopefully we'll be able to have more green flag runs. I mean, we had good green flag runs tonight, and it would have been nice if we would have got to a pit stop, but didn't happen. But it is what it is. I do have optimism that it'll get better.
Well, it all starts next week at the road course, where it's almost guaranteed to be caution-free, and we'll see how Indianapolis goes the week after. Congratulations on third place tonight. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Tom Barasco comes home out of Macomb, Michigan, in order to take home his first podium of the season. You know what? Why not? We've been here this long. We may as well do it justice. Let's take a look at what happened to Alex Anderson on that lap 129, big one here. This is the lap prior. He's right behind Larry Bell. This is all going to happen kind of up the road a little bit here on this one. You see him shooting for the inside. He's one of those drivers that put it a little bit of 3 wide down on the bottom lane.
Put it down, see what happens.
Yeah, pretty much.
I love it.
And you see the wreck starting.
There he goes. There he goes.
Whoa!
For the fans?
Woo!
Okay, that was worth the replay.
All right.
Nice shot. Give it.
I was skeptical
cool.
a little bit at first, but I'll give him the credit for that one. I mean, that it doesn't get much better than that. Shame we didn't catch this one live, but one more look. Because why the heck not at this point?
That was pretty cool. Yeah,
Oh,
one there.
man.
The old Finnish flick in the turn 1 in Rockingham.
Scandinavian flick, yeah.
You know what I meant.
Yeah. Well, what a wild race we had here this afternoon. And, well, next week it is again the road courses. I mean, this is, I think, the road courses are special, right? Because there's only 2 of them. There is much of a wild card race as a track like Daytona, like Martinsville, except I would say more so because you turn right. And there's no, if you crash, it's a very low chance you're ever going to be able to get it back. So you got to be on your A game. Road courses, that's where we really see the concentration start to come on out. And I think it's going to be an all-new level of competition next week.
Yeah, and even with these cars are so heavy on a road course that you if you miss your braking point, even the slightest way, you're off. You're going to miss the corner. You can't. They're unforgiving, and that's what the Roval produces is great, exciting racing with no room for errors. So I can't wait to see it.
Still a lot of action coming on up on Green Flag TV as well as we get set to advance further and further in towards the season. Tomorrow we're going to have the Homestead Miami Speedway hosting the first round of the playoffs for the MFRD Cup Series. The Talladega Super Speedway playing host the first round of the playoffs for the Speed Cup Series, with the SRL swinging on out to Chicagoland on Sunday. And then 2 season openers coming on up. Well, one of them is technically just a preseason race. The Beer League is back in action with the Spec Racer Fords. Chris, I know you'll be back in the car in 2 days' time. They'll be running at the Circuit de Lebanon over in France. And then the SRA Mini Stock Series will swing out to the last great Coliseum in Tennessee for the Track Hawk 50. 3 heat races and a 50-lap main event will play host the first round of the Mini Stock Series for the Bristol Motor Speedway. If you want to find out more about who we are and what we can offer you, check us out today at www.greenflagtv.com. As always, my name is Nolan Rempel alongside Chris Hannigan. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning on in. We'll see you next week when we duke it out at the America's home for motorsports.